Megh is a painter on the platform. Megh, how long have you been with Art Storefronts?
I think 3 years, 3.5.
Megh is a really successful painter, sells a lot. Megh, can you share just your general story with Art Storefronts? I mean, it's been a while, so
Sure. I came on with Start Art Storefronts when I was in the process of getting licensed with KU, University of Kansas. And I was part of the process of getting that licensing was being able to fulfill a pretty big number of orders. And at the time, I was on Wix and self-fulfilling, so printing every order I received and shipping it. And with this licensing was going to come like a much larger influx of orders. And so I just happened to see an ad for Art Storefronts at the time, and it was the auto fulfillment that really snagged me because I was able to then have that be part of my proposal to KU to say, look, listen, I can fulfill any quantity of orders for this, and I was able to switch it on licensing and my site. It all kind of went live at the same time, and it just
that's awesome. And the print fulfillment is a good thing to talk about.
yeah.
How has that been for you?
Oh my God, it's such a game changer. If there's anybody watching who, I just hopped in, so I don't know if you guys have talked about this already, but if there's anyone watching who is currently doing their own order fulfillment, so, getting an email that you've gotten an order, getting it printed by someone or printing it yourself, packing it up, emailing the person, shipping it out, it takes a huge amount of time. And for me, like I was running back and forth from UPS a couple times a week, and it was just like it was consuming all my time. It was such a
Yeah,
suck.
and this is
So
this is what most people don't understand is like if you
yeah,
when you actually start selling and you reach a little bit of scale, like you need to understand what your world is going to look like if you don't have
yeah,
this stuff, dealt with,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, you're either going to be paying somebody to do this for you, or you're going to be spending most of your time printing. And if you're like me, and you may not be like the most organized person, which like we sometimes artists get this bad rap, and keeping track of the orders that I had received, printed, and shipped wasn't really my strong suit. So sometimes one would get like left in my trunk, and I'd forget about it for a while. And with Art Storefronts, it's all automated. So someone places an order, it goes straight to the fulfillment. Then all of the emailing to the customer is automated, and you can personalize it. And then I can hop in and send personal emails on the back of that. But it's all taken care of, and that is a huge time saver for me.
Let me ask you about this. I've actually never asked you about this. So for everybody who doesn't know this, when you're a member and you get print and you need to deal with print order issues, like let's say a customer cancels an order, like right after they place it, or you need to change the shipping from like 2 day to, ground or something like that, you would normally have to contact your printing company and like facilitate all that. Our team, the Art Storefronts team, is actually in between you and the printing company. Not that you can't talk to them, but just the literal purpose to try to save you time, right? And take it off your hands. So you can be like, hey guys, can you get this canceled for me? And our team is like, yep, we got it. We'll get that done for you. And we go and we contact the printing company, and the printing company, they have an obligation to Art Storefronts, right? So if they don't know who you are, right? Like for any photographer or artist who joins, they know that they have to perform for the Art Storefronts members with a specific level of detail and quality, right? And so that's why we do that way. So it's like when our team says, hey guys, order number, 465, you need to do this and this and this. They get back right away, they get it done, and we deal with it. And then we get back to you and say, hey, it's done. It's all good. Like, because you're doing a lot of volume, you have situations like this that come up all the time. How does it help you? Oh, Megh, I think you're muted. Okay,
Okay.
there we go.
All right. Patrick, did you mute me?
No, but I will if you get too loquacious. You know me.
Yeah, I had something like that happen this morning where I had to cancel an order. Somebody emailed. It was kind of a sad situation, and she said, "Hey, can I cancel this?" And I just, while I was having coffee, feeding my kids breakfast this morning, sent a message over Slack and said, "Hey, you guys cancel this order for me? And they just took care of it. And it was something that normally, if I didn't have that, I would have to find time to go sit in front of my computer and deal with that. And, you know, I'm like all of us, many of us, I'm home with my kids right now. And, you know, I'm finding little pockets here and there, but it's very helpful for situations like that, because it probably wouldn't have been taken care of for like a week without that.
Yeah, and you might have to call the company or call your rep,
Yeah.
or, you know, do all the back and
Yeah.
forth. And it's just, see, that's like, the reason I asked Meg about that, you guys, is because I think it's really important to know that, you know, we have Art Storefronts built. So like, even if you're just starting out or you're at scale and you're selling hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, or even $1 million a year, like we have galleries that are doing significant volume on our platform. It doesn't matter where you at, like it's thought through and it's ready for that. So like, it's ready for you to scale to higher levels. So Meg, any other final parting words?
I would say,
who's like looking at us or doesn't know us and thinks I'm crazy.
I mean, I get a lot of messages from people on Instagram who ask if people have seen my story or seen me in the ads, and ask like, is this actually real? Is this true? People don't believe that it's possible to do a big volume as an artist or like make it work. I would say it all is true, and it is very possible. It takes work, but having a platform that fulfills your orders so you can spend your time painting and spending time on the higher level business is huge. So go for it.
And show off the piece behind you, Meg.
Oh, there's can you see it?
Yeah. Is that the original? Or is that a
the,
print?
this is the original. We're kind of looking at a relaunch now for when football comes back in September.
So LIV is the Super Bowl that the Chiefs just won. Meg is a huge Chiefs fan, and talk about the confetti because it's kind of cool.
So when they won the Super Bowl, the cannons on the field shot all of that red and gold confetti, and I was able to get a big bag of that confetti from one of the groundskeepers for the team, and I actually worked it into the painting. Let's see if I can flip I can't flip my camera around, but you can kind of see it in there. So I'm working on, we were just about to launch, like big launch, as COVID hit, literally like the day things shut down, we had to cancel a big party. So we're looking at ways to like, you know, relaunch it in the fall, which is kind of good. We have a little more time this way to plan ahead. It was all on the fly right after the Super Bowl. So in a way, it's kind of a blessing.
Will that be the last Super Bowl for a while, full of fans?
Oh,
it's terrible to think about.
I know. Who knows? I hope not, but you know, we'll see.
Well, thank you, Meg, for hopping on and taking the time. We appreciate it. I'm sure everybody else did too.
Yep. Of course, yes. Send me questions if you guys have them.
Great.
Awesome.
Have a good weekend, Meg.
Thanks. You too. Bye, guys.